Hello folks, it has been a couple of days since our last Dying Light the Beast video, and after the previous video blew up way more than I anticipated it would, I have been very excited to return. In the last video, we touched on the two previous hotfixes and then the announced update for this week, which did arrive just earlier today and was announced on the official Dying Light Discord. We will be covering that in just a moment, but I also wanted to say at the end of the previous video, I announced the Valamortes playtest for PC, which starts on the 6th of October. There is a referral download link below for anyone interested, and a huge thank you to the 31 folks who have signed up already, as this will definitely help me flag up on the devs radar. Anyway, we do indeed have some juicy updates as of today, and the full Dying Light announcement does go as follows. Thanks for all your reports and patience. Our team made an effort to deliver the fix for the following topics. For stability and performance, we have fixed various crashes to improve overall game stability, resolved an issue where sharpening was not applied correctly whilst using DLSS, addressed occasional stuttering when playing with frame generation enabled, and finally fixed graphical glitches when using HDR on PlayStation 5. For the gameplay improvements, we have grabbing biters is now less frustrating and feels more fair, and fixed an issue where the patrolling routes of screamers in dark zones was previously broken. For the quest and progression fixes, up first we have a tutorial fix. Fixed a critical issue where, if a player received a modded weapon from someone who had already completed the tutorial, the game attempted to apply the mod a second time, thus blocking the progress. For the mine, we have fixed an issue where destructible doors could remain indestructible for one player, blocking quest progression. For the safe spots, we have fixed a bug where breakable doors and windows respawned after reloading, trapping players inside. And then finally, for the Mental Asylum safe spot, we have fixed an issue where reloading the save could leave the entrance blocked by an unintended obstacle, preventing players from entering. And then fixed an issue where music could loop infinitely after reloading certain quests. And then finally, for the UI and consoles, we have fixed the missing Join the Community button on consoles. Make sure to update your game to the newest version. Still having trouble? Share your platform specs and a short clip/logs so we can dig in. We are not stopping. Each day we carefully read and review your feedback about the game. Stay tuned for next news. Now, some of the details to the changes here are quite brief, such as the grabbing biters is now less frustrating and feels more fair. For this particular change, we did actually receive a dev diary regarding this just the other day. Essentially, the three main changes that have been implemented as of now would be the grab now gives more time to escape before being hurt, the grabbing animation is now more obvious, and newly alerted biters are less likely to initiate the grab animation. Now, they did not confirm it would release with this update, but from the patch notes themselves, it would appear to now be live. Now, as some of you may know, we are a somewhat small and humble channel here, which is why I'm very grateful to announce that this video is sponsored by Xmod. Xmod is an intuitive all-in-one modding tool that includes thousands of free mods, cheats, and trainers for over 5,000 different single-player PC games, and that number is ever growing. I've been using Xmod for the best part of this year, and it has helped significantly with streamlining video making, creating guides, or just customizing my personal gaming experience. You simply load up any games you already own, and through a series of very easy to use toggles or sliders, you can quite literally customize the experience to your liking. There is also an ever-growing collection of community mods, and even a range of additional quality of life options per title. For Hades 2, we can improve performance, adjust practically any in-game setting, as well as customize an awful lot with the community mods, and this goes for many of the recent titles, such as Hollow Knight Silksong, Borderlands 4, Dying Light the Beast, and Silent Hill F. So whether it's enhanced performance, streamlined gameplay, or just random old fun that you're looking for, I can assure you that Xmod has it all. And after all, it is absolutely free. I'll leave a sponsored download link in the description below for anyone interested in modding, or maybe just wanting to support the channel and check out Xmod along the way. Otherwise, a huge thank you to Xmod again for making this video possible. There has still been no mention of co-op issues being addressed. In my previous couple of videos, I've mentioned how this has been an issue that has plagued Dying Light since the first game released back in 2015, and I also said I'd let you know how I myself have gotten on since trying co-op, which would be absolutely fine. Not only have me and my buddy had zero issues connecting, but there were zero crashes, stuttering, desyncs, etc., and overall it was a solid experience. And gameplay-wise, we had a lot of fun. This, of course, was not the case for us with Dying Light 1, where we did try to play together over the course of a couple of years, but never could, and I know other players are having issues with the Beast co-op. So overall, the general consensus on co-op would be, it is case by case in terms of whether you will experience issues or not, but as for my own experience, it was more or less perfect. Now, to summarize on Dying Light's other developments very quickly, the game has sold over 1.5 million copies across all platforms. This was as of roughly a week or so ago, so this number is likely to be slightly higher by now, and then the devs have stated they will work on future endgame content, likely arriving as different bits and pieces sometime in the near to distant future. But as for DLC, we have neither denial or confirmation that it will be a thing. Given the game's success, I'd say it would be a good idea for Techland to consider DLC, as it will definitely sell, and given their track record with the previous Dying Light games, they have both received at least one DLC installment each. What Techland have been known for since Dying Light 1 is adding tons of additional ways to interact with the actual game. In the previous video, I mentioned a list of 20 docket codes that can be redeemed by anyone and everyone over on the Dying Light Outpost website, to then receive a unique shotgun and baseball bat in-game, along with 18 weapon crates that will be available per individual save file. And that full list of codes can be found below. Now, this is the first major update we have received, with the previous two only being hotfixes that merely addressed issues with indoor rain, the day/night cycle, and pre-order rewards. The game released on the 18th, and today is the 30th, so if the current timeline is anything to go by, we can expect more hotfixes within the coming days, if they are needed, and then another patch in hopefully just over a week or so. I will of course be covering it all in full, as I've done with a handful of games up till this point already, so do very much stay tuned for all further updates. As a little bit of a new segment, folks, I've handpicked some of the most popular comments from the previous video, just to showcase how a lot of players are currently feeling. Up first, we have one of the most liked comments on any of my videos. The game just dropped like 3 days ago and everyone already wants a DLC already. How you know you made a great game? Which also has one of the longest comment chains any of my videos have. Up next, we have Dying Light reaching a DLC point where Kyle's travels take him north into the tundra, where we can see snowy environments for a change, and how nighttime up in the north tends to be longer than normal. That would be awesome. This seems to be quite a popular suggestion, and I can see it working myself. And then finally we have, this is what happens when you listen to your community and actually care for what they say and take their feedback. The results is a great game that pretty much everyone enjoys. If only more companies did this. Which naturally is a sentiment I think a lot of us can get behind. Thank you for the interaction, folks. It's certainly gone a long way for the channel just recently, and do very much keep it coming, as I'll start to make it more of a highlight through videos from here on out. Now, as mentioned at the beginning of this video, the Valor Mortis playtest does start as of the 6th of October and lasts right through to the 13th. The link below is essentially just a stand-up sign-up link, just with my referral attached. So by using it, you'll show the devs that I sent you over, and I'm hoping that by doing so, we can garner some favor with the devs, and hopefully secure early access so I can prepare a review, guides, and further news videos for Valor Mortis in the future. So far, we've managed 31, which is already quite impressive, but if you are interested in Valor Mortis and or want to help me out in any way you can, then do consider using the referral link below, and it is very much appreciated. Now, I mentioned Valor Mortis for 2 reasons. The second being, I feel anyone coming for Dying Light news will likely be interested in Valor Mortis too. Given its first-person perspective and gameplay style, it's not entirely the same, but is still similar enough. So the additional info you may want to know would be, there is no confirmed release date just yet, but it's very likely to be sometime in 2026, and it will be releasing on PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series S and X. This playtest is only for Steam, however, future playtests may possibly be for console. Beyond this, we are also covering Bloodlines 2, which releases on the 21st of October, so basically 3 weeks away, and over the coming weeks, I'll be throwing out regular videos covering many aspects about the game whilst leading up to launch. And I'm very much in the process of trying to secure early access currently. Again, I bring this up because it has the same first-person perspective and similar gameplay, and I just feel this title will once again appeal to a lot of you. Over the course of the past month, I have covered an awful lot of brand new titles, and I'm finally finding myself in a position of managing it all a lot better, largely due to the fact that games have now momentarily stopped releasing and given me chance to catch up. Moving forward, you can all expect regular news videos for all games already covered, just as and when they receive updates to be reported on, and then games such as Bloodlines 2, Arc Raiders, Where Winds Meet, and Valor Mortis will all arrive over the coming months, with various pre-release and post-launch videos. And then this will hopefully be the general way of things, reporting on older games as time moves forward and covering new games upon release, to then eventually include them with the old. Anyway, that would be it for this one, folks. I'll be back with more Dying Light over the coming weeks and any other developments for any games previously covered, and I'll be covering Valor Mortis and Bloodlines 2 over the coming weeks also. I do of course have a range of guides and news videos on the channel already, so do feel free to stop on by and check things out. Otherwise, thanks for watching, folks, and until next time, peace.